on his painting. So this painting is a way of expressing their sadness. How about another example? A happy sculpture, no? So a sculptor who is feeling joyful might create a playful, a colorful sculpture. So this sculpture is a way of sharing their happiness. And art is just a personal way to communicate. It's just like looking inside the the mind of the artist and seeing their thoughts and feelings. So art is a form of expression. The second assumption we have here, art has aesthetic value. So the assumption here, art possesses an inherent aesthetic value. When we say aesthetic, murag, ayan, ano ba? Pleasing, pleasing to our eyes. Yan, that can be appreciated regardless of its content or function. Di ba makapansin mo nga, regardless may mga art no or painting na gwapa kaayo siya bisag wala gyud pulos ng meaning or content. So the implication of this one, this assumption leads to the idea that art can be judged based on its beauty. Not just its beauty, but also the form, the craftsmanship, often independent of its message or purpose. So yeah, imagine art is just a beautiful object. It's something that you enjoy looking at it, no? Because for you, by looking at it, it is pleasing to your eye. Especially, example, a beautiful painting. So a painting with vibrant colors and harmonious composition can be considered beautiful, even if you don't understand the meaning behind that painting. Pag kita lang nimo ana niya, ayan, masasabi mo na, uy, ninduta sa painting, uy, even though ako kabalo sa pasapot. So art can be appreciated for its beauty and how it's made, regardless of what others try to say, or what it's trying to say rather. The third assumption we have here, art reflects society and culture. Yeah. Of course, art must be even based on our society and the culture. So art is just a mirror of the society and culture in which it is created, often addressing social, political, and cultural issues. So the implication of this assumption is that this perspective suggests that understanding the context in which art is produced is very crucial, especially for interpreting its meaning and significance. There are paintings that you need to understand the culture behind it and take note each country they have their own culture, no? So there might be a possible there is what they call that one yung painting ng isang country based on their culture, and of course the other country they have this kind of painting based on their culture, and it might looks different for you. Take note that art is a window into a different world. It can show us what life was like in the past, what people were thinking about, what problems are facing before. Let me give you an example to that. The painting from the French Revolution, no? French Revolution. So a painting that shows people fighting for their rights during the French Revolution can tell us a lot about the political and social issues of that time. A current event, no? A song that talks about recent news story can help us understand the public feelings about the event. In the case in our country, Philippines, we have this yung spolarium, no? Na painting. If you try to look at it, what on the context, no? Ano yung message ng painting na yun, no? Especially in the situation of our country that time. Yan diyan mo masasabi na the art reflects society and culture, no? People express their feelings based on what happened to their society at the time. And through this kind of representation of art, no, it helped us learn about the history, about the values and the problems of society, especially what happened before. The next assumption is art is a subject to interpretation, which is true, no? The meaning of the work of art is not fixed. There's no standard of interpreting it, but it depends, no, it varies depending on the viewer's perspective, background, and experiences. The implication of this one is that this encourages a plurality of interpretations, recognizing that different viewers may see different meanings in the same artwork. There might be a possibility that this painting, no, ikaw si student A interpreted this kind of painting they interpreted this kind of painting also, but they have this different interpretations. Kaya nga, art is a subject to interpretation. It's just like a puzzle. Art is just a puzzle. Each person who looks at the puzzle might see a different picture. It depends on their own experiences, and of course, this is art. It depends also on their own imagination. A best example for this is let me think. A painting with abstract shapes. Different people might see different things in the painting with abstract shapes. Maybe one person might think na this kind of painting is, I mean, they see a forest, or well, another individual might see this is a cityscape, no? So the meaning of art is not always the same for everyone. Different people can have different interpretations based on their own lives and their own experiences. The fifth assumption, the fifth basic assumption of art we have here, art is universal. So the assumption states that art has a universal quality that can be appreciated across different cultures and time, transcending language and cultural barriers. What is the implication of this? This suggests that certain elements of art, such as beauty, emotion, creativity, are universally understood and valued. So imagine art as a language in which everyone can understand. Even if you don't speak the same language as someone else, you can still appreciate art. Just like a beautiful painting from different culture, a painting from a culture you're not very familiar, but yeah, even though you're not familiar with the culture, you can still I mean the painting, no, can still be beautiful and moving, even if you don't understand the specific symbols or the meanings. So art can connect people from all over the world, regardless of your background or languages. The sixth assumption we have here is art is creative process. The assumption states that the creation of art involves the process of creativity, innovation, and skill, often resulting in something new and original. And the implication to that, it leads to the idea that art is not just about the final product, but also the process of creation, experimentation, and discovery. We should also understand the journey of creating the art. We are not just looking into its final product. That's one of the misconceptions of other people. They look into the final product without considering the process or the journey of creating it. Take note that creating art, it is not just about destination, but also the adventure of getting there. The artist explores different ideas. They try new techniques and makes mistakes along the way, especially when they create arts. Example, a sculptor making a statue. A sculptor might start with a simple block of clay and gradually shape it into a complex statue. Process of creating something new is exciting and rewarding. Take note that hindi man lahat always hindi lahat na um, artist, no, agad-agad they can create a perfect piece. Ah, may mga experiences din sila na sometimes nagkakamali din sila, and this kind of mistakes, no, it helps them, I mean, ito yung nakakatulong sa kanila para mag-learn. So art is not just about the final product, but it also the journey of creating it. The process of creating it, discovering it is an important aspect or important part of making the art. The seventh assumptions, I mean, one of the seven assumptions rather, we have here art is a form of communication. So art communicates messages, ideas, or emotions from the artist to the audience, often conveying complex concepts that may be difficult to express their words. The implication to that is that we have here, this highlights the communicative function of art where visual, auditory, or performative elements used to convey meaning. For artists to share their messages, ideas, or feelings with others, it can express things that might be hard to say with just words. There are cases that especially during the mga around 1990s or 1800s, they artists now they cannot easily express their ano tawag dyan kanang sadness, or they cannot express no their ano ba anger toward the government that time. So instead of writing, no, they have their medium. One of their medium is using art. Unlike Jose Rizal, the medium he used no was through writing. Same with other heroes, but other individual or people also uh to show that they they in, I mean they support no revolution that time. One way of supporting, one way of ano one way sa pag-support that time is using the art, because again it's very hard for them to express their feelings, expressions that time using words, because they're not used to it. So they prefer to use art. So and art is just like a language, no? It uses colors, sounds, movements to communicate their thoughts or emotions to the audience. Example, a song itself, no, is considered as an art. So the lyrics, the melody, and the singer voice together to share story or emotion with the listener. So even without explaining the meaning directly, the song can make people sadness, joy, or hope. Same with painting or a dance performance. It can communicate deep feelings or ideas without using any words. The eighth assumption we have here, art has value. So the word itself, value mo importance. Yeah. Art has value, whether cultural, emotional, or financial, and it plays an important role in our society. This assumption underlies the practice of collecting, preserving, and studying art, as well as the economic systems that support the art market. Art is valuable. Its value can come from culture, comes from emotions, even money, and it plays an important role in our society. Since art is valuable, of course, no, people preserve these arts in the museum, and they study it. And also, just like the famous painting in the like Mona Lisa, or mga traditional dances have cultural importance, they help us understand the history and beliefs of different societies. Mga handmade gift, that is considered as an art, no? Like drawing from a friend, even though it might be priceless to you, then some works of arts, sculptures, paintings, of course, they sold millions of dollars, showing that art can also have a significant financial worth. The ninth assumption we have here, art can evoke emotion. So art has the power to evoke emotion in its viewers, often aiming to elicit specific responses such as joy, sadness, anger, or contemplation. This view supports the idea that one of the primary purposes of art is to connect with the audience on an emotional level. Art has the power to make people feel their emotions. No, through art, people might feel sad. Rather. They may feel happy, or anger, or even make them think deeply. This means that one of the main purpose of art is to create an emotional connection with the audience. Example, in terms of sadness, no, a painting of a lonely figure standing in the rain might make you feel sad or reflective because of the way it captures isolation. A colorful, a playful sculpture, or a lively dance performance, it might bring a smile to your face and make you feel happy. And any example of arts, no, by looking at the art, you can feel, no, what does it mean? There is an emotion of creating that art, and this art, it creates emotional connection to you also. The last assumption we have here, art is open to critique. Art is subject to critique and analysis, where its form, content, and impact can be evaluated and be discussed. This leads to the development of art criticism, where art is examined through various lenses such as formalism, iconography, and sociocultural theory. art can be judged and talked about. People can evaluate its style, the message behind this art, and also how this art affects others. This is why art criticism exists. Expert look art. I mean, the experts, they look at art in different ways. Like some experts, they focus on the shape, symbols, and other also they focus on the connection to society and also culture. No? Especially in formalism, an art critic might study a painting by focusing on the use of color, the lines, the shapes, without worrying about the subject matter. In iconography, a historian might analyze an ancient statue by looking at the symbols in it, like trying to understand what they represent or mean. And lastly, in terms of sociocultural theory, a researcher might look at the street art to see how it reflects social issues like inequality or politics in modern society. To conclude, art the arts rather are important because they show richness and variety of human life experiences. They help people understand different cultures, histories, and ways of thinking. And there are lots of examples in which arts can be integrated across time, across culture, and of course, sharing perspective. So that would be all.